Okay, today we are looking at precipitation reactions, and you should have written the balanced chemical reaction between solutions of strontium chloride and sodium sulfate solution. And the balance equation is at the top. If you were to actually see these two solutions combined together, initially you have two clear and colorless solutions. Once they are mixed together, you get a white precipitant. So that would be the strontium sulfate, that is the solid, that is the precipitant. What we want to do is we want to know what ions are actually forming the strontium sulfate, what ions are actually involved in the formation of this precipitant right here. And so we're going to start by writing the total ionic equation. So we're going to write the ion, strontium's in group 2, it's a +2 cation. So we're going to write the ions present in each aqueous solution. So strontium chloride would have those two ions. Sodium sulfate, also aqueous, would include these two ions in solution. And then strontium sulfate is our precipitant. It does not form ions in solution, so it would just be written as is, because we're only writing the ions for the ionic compounds that are aqueous. And then sodium chloride, the ions present would be sodium cations and chloride anions. And so I show all the ions present in solution. This is what you actually, if you're looking at the particle level, what you would see in solution. And if you look at the reactant side and the product side, there are some ions present on both sides that do not form this precipitant. Those are called spectator ions. And so sodium ions are present here, not involved in the formation of the precipitant, so that's a spectator. And the chloride ions here and the chloride ions here, those are spectator ions. And so spectator ions are present, but they don't form the precipitant. It's just like when I go run a race, like a half marathon, the spectators on the side, they're present, but they're not involved in me actually finishing that 13.1 mile run or race. So if you take those out, you get the balanced net ionic equation. And this will show us what actually is happening. The strontium cations react with the sulfate anions to form the strontium sulfate precipitant, the solid. That's what's actually going on in this reaction, in this precipitation reaction. It is a double displacement reaction, two aqueous solutions forming a precipitant. You're going to do an example or practice problem in lab. You're going to have pipettes, and you'll add the solutions together, make your observations, you'll write your balanced chemical equation, write the total ionic equation, circle your spectators, and then write your balanced net ionic equation. You're going to do this in groups of 2 or 3. Any waste goes in the waste container. If you need to refill your pipettes, the solutions are on the side of the counter. And then you will submit a picture of your completed practice problem into the assignment in Schoology. And then just a reminder, the review guide for Chapter 8 is due on Thursday. If you've misplaced it, it is in the Chapter 8 assignment folder in Schoology. And the Chapter 8 test is on Friday this week. If you have any questions, please send me a message in Schoology.